At the end of one of my screenings, an audience member came up to me and basically confessed, I guess you would say. They expressed embarrassment that, hey, honestly, I didn't know that that's where milk came from. I thought that there were just dairy cows that produce milk all the time. Now, where would someone get an idea like that? Let me reflect on my own childhood in an attempt to answer that. I grew up in a farming community, and I can recall being very young and being shown that, hey, this is a beef cow, and that's a milk cow, a dairy cow. And if you aren't told anything else, you might put together logically that, hey, that one produces beef for us, and that one produces milk for us. There's a third lesson hidden in there that adults immediately teach us, that all animals are here for us. Whether that's true or not is not the point so much as just acknowledging the fact that the lesson exists, regardless. But here's the second and more interesting aspect of this. Magical milk cows don't make sense, but neither does the alternative, especially not to a child. As a child, you give adults the benefit of the doubt. You are very easily impressionable, and whatever the adult says is gospel. You don't assume that the adult that you look up to, that you go to church with, your respected farming community members are doing something such as impregnating cows perpetually, stealing their babies from them so that we can drink fluid, secretions that are produced during pregnancy for the sake of feeding the baby that is a result of that pregnancy. But instead we take the baby away from the mother and then harvest that milk into a product. Sounds pretty messed up when you say it like that. And that's because it is messed up, because that's the way it is. So what we have is yet another example of lessons being taught to youth by adults. Adults who have traded in any respect for life for the pursuit of the almighty dollar. And we, as children, are left thinking, wow, I got that one wrong. I guess my instincts were off, because the adult is who I'm supposed to listen to. What are your stories? What do you remember from youth? Do you remember when the callousing began? What is your understanding of dairy and milk and where dairy milk comes from? And what's an example of when you, as a child, were taught by an adult not to respect life?